Greetings and salutations. What's going on? It's your boy D.Boom. Back with these karmic readings. I'm trying to knock these out today. Like I say, I ain't really got time to do anything no more. So, it is what it is. Hope y'all catch this message though. That's really what it's all about. Because these gotta get out too. So we're gonna do Divine Masculine's karmic situation today. Once again, all Divine Masculine karmic situations mean for feminines who watch them. It's just what's going on in your Divine Masculine's life, what's going on in his cipher, things he might be dealing with, like I say, this is information. You don't use this information against your twin. You don't use this information, I don't know, to create a new situation with your masculine. I mean, he already got shit he dealing with. This is just for you to know and, to counter whatever you're trying to do. We ain't talking about the people who don't give a fuck about their masculines. We ain't talking about the people who don't care about their masculines. We're not talking to you guys. You're not gonna watch this and then use it as, I don't know, ammo or some shit to throw against your masculine. Like, no. If you're a divine feminine watching these videos, it's just to get a gist of what he's going through. Just like he can watch your shit and get a gist of what you're going through. Do your masculine come at you with your readings and shit like that? Hit you with what the psychic told him about with you type shit? Like, no. So don't do that shit to your masculine. This is all awareness. This is all information. That's all this has ever been. This is not a green light to do dumb shit with your masculine given what he doing. Like, he ain't even really supposed to know It's just how you come about it. So let's kick this thing off. Overall energy, we got the Knight of Wands. Okay, this is moving fast and fiercely towards your divine direction. It's whatever your JOB is supposed to be. It's like you go off the beaten path towards work today. And you end up, I don't know, it's real snowy and blizzardy up here and shit. It's like you go off the beaten path towards your normal route to work, only to find somebody in a ditch on your way to work. Something tells you to pull over and check to see if the person in there is all right. You do that. They're not all right. You get there just in time. You end up calling the cops, and they end up getting saved. You were just where you needed to be. It just so happened you needed to take this off beaten path. You know what I mean? It just so happened that you were the one that had to find this person here. Thus, you were on your job, even though you didn't know what your job was, even though you didn't mean to even for none of this to even happen. It just happened. You were there. You were on your job. You know what I mean? Like, one thing The Walking Dead teaches you as a TV show is that no matter what happens, everybody got a purpose. Whether you live, whether you die, it don't matter. Everybody has a purpose. It might be your purpose to get left back only to be the person that saved the rest of the crew later. You just happen to be at that place. So when it's like Walking Dead, when Rick basically left Carol to be alone because she killed the two people who had the little flu. Basically, she was trying to keep the prison from getting infected by the flu, so she ended up killing, them two people who had the flu. And since they weren't dead yet, that was, jurisdiction for her to get basically kicked out of the camp, which they were staying at a prison at the time. So he basically left her a car, left her supplies, left her at another location really to banish her and exile her, but it just so happened that the prison got ran over and overtaken, and she just happened to save the day. She ended up saving the baby, Judith. She ended up saving them from Terminus and shit. Like, Carol was just at the right place to be. She didn't even know. Like, she felt like she's really getting kicked out, but in reality, she was just getting placed where she needed to be, on the outskirts, for a reason. It's like we hitting licks. You got the person in the car, that's the getaway. You got the person that's doing the licking, and then you got the backup nigga, just in case shit don't work out. I was a good backup man. You know what I mean? Just in case my mans couldn't pull the lick off, I could. Or just in case he getting friction and somebody spot him or fighting him, I could just come out the blue and just take care of business. It's good to have yourself on standby when it come to like God's work, when it come to just the inevitable. Only divines know that even in a bad position, everything happens for a reason. God don't make mistakes. So even though I am asked out, I'm asked out for a reason. Even though I am isolated, I'm isolated for a reason. Even though I don't have something, I don't have this thing for a reason. It's all part of the Japheth journey. Taking clarifying that is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-admiration, self-identification, things of that sort. Issues of self. You know, one thing you're gonna have to comprehend, masculine, is that God works in mysterious ways, and every place you've been at on this Japheth journey has put you in a position to take care of yourself. Ace of Cups, that's self-understanding. You gotta understand yourself so you can understand other people. You gotta understand God so you can understand your divine counterpart. You gotta understand your divine counterpart so you can really understand yourself in a whole nutshell. That's just fairly important. Being on your job, acknowledging that even though you don't know where you're going, you obviously going somewhere. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason. God don't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You might feel you lost. You might feel misplaced. You might feel not at home. You know what I mean? But as far as the overall journey is concerned, you just might be the new home for people. You just might be the person that changes things, even though you feel you ain't in a position to change nothing. Bottom line, which is more important, very important, we got the Fool card. Fool card is unawareness, being in a whole new world like Aladdin, or just some Disney shit. What I mean by Disney shit is, a facade, something that ain't real. Life ain't Disney in no type of way. So relationships ain't Disney. I'll say that shit 2 times. Life ain't Disney in no kind of way. So relationships aren't Disney either. You got to know what's real and what's not. If you in a whole new city, you don't know what's popping yet. You don't know where the dangerous area is at. You don't know who to stay around, who to fuck with. You ain't found your favorite restaurant. You ain't found comfortable areas in this new city you've relocated to. But like I say, you learn by doing. The longer you stay in this new city, the more you're gonna learn about it. The more you stay in this new relationship, the more you're gonna learn about it. The more you stand in this whole new place. It might be a new place to you, but it's just room to grow. A new place might be a new place to you, but it's just room to grow. Clarifying the Fool card, just being unaware. How do you become unaware of something? You get awareness. That's how you become unaware. I mean, by being aware. Clarifying the Fool card is the Queen of Pentacles. This is bossing up on the Fool card. One thing I do all the time, by me being a new face, a new person, whether that's a new face in the school, new face in the community, new face in the gang, whatever. By me being a new person, to me, that gives you kind of benefits. It's like, well, he's new. He ain't quite learned yet. So I can actually make errors. I got room for error, basically. I got room to fuck up. I got room to, I got room for error. You know, you in the news like a first offense. Something happens, you end up going to jail or some shit. It was your first offense, so it ain't gonna be that bad. You in fact bossing up on that. You probably did some offensive shit, but since this is your first offense, it's like you bossed up on that. It's a good thing you kept your record clean. It's a good thing you ain't been in and out the system. It's a good thing you are who you are. You can boss up on it. You a new face, so they ain't really remembered your face yet. You ain't really got etched in your environment yet. It's like, I don't know. It's like being in a big family. I was in a big family. So at my grandma's house, it'd be like my mama kids, my auntie kids, my uncle kids, and my other cousin kids, all of us in one home. And so many of us, you know what I mean, that some of us can blend in. Now the favorites, we couldn't blend in because we was seen first and before anything. It's the grandkids my grandma couldn't remember. The names she couldn't remember. The faces that she couldn't really quite place. Them was the motherfuckers that slid through the cracks. The motherfuckers that slid through the cracks got in the most shit because they were invisible. Like I was invisible at one point. At one point, I was so low key, people forgot I was there, but I did the most shit. It's like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Like Kevin. Kevin definitely got singled out, you know, the night before they left on their trip and shit, which resulted to him even being home alone. Like, this is Kevin here. Everybody knows Kevin. He's the baby. But this morning, the fact that they woke up late, the fact that they dragging their ass, the fact that they still discombobulated from last night, they ended up forgetting Kevin McAllister. Thus, he ended up being home alone. And what did Kevin do? He bossed up on it. This is his first time home alone. He was scared. He was happy. He was excited. But he also knew he had to boss up on his chance, on the situation here. Make the most of it. That's really all Home Alone was him making the most of a bad situation. We all go through new things. You know, we all learn. Fact is to take something from the lesson. Masculine, coming to the situation in your karma, we got the Five of Cups. This is loneliness. You had this in your last reading, you have it now. This is emotional isolation. This is loneliness. This is feeling like you by yourself. Whatever it is a feeling. So this feeling of being alone, that's just how you feel. That's not what it is. You're never alone. Ever. So since you know you're not alone, since you know that this is, you know, a crock of BS to say that you by yourself when God and your divine reflection and your besties and your children, and it's just people who gonna be here until you die. You have a good system of people who love you around you. So the only reason you feeling like this is probably due to some pentacles, nouns, person, place, or thing, something you could taste, touch, see, feel, and hear that you can't see or feel or hear or taste or don't have around you, thus you feel you don't have it. When that's furthest from the truth. Putting smoke on this Five of Cups, which could be the loneliness card. You got the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, this is the Pimp Cup Chronicles. Pimp Cup Chronicles is, like I say, Five of Cups is feeling like you're the only person in the world who feels the way they feel or looks the way they look or acts the way they act. Like this is like a emotion of like an outcast or something like that. What you're starting to see once you come to your senses is that everybody is the same. Six of Cups, that's the sauce. We're all the same. We're all God's children. We all came from the same starting point. So we're not all outcasts. In fact, we are all the same. If what we need to do, if anything, is to get some individuality about ourselves and become more than just human, more than just what we are, more than what we were expected to be. These are cups, emotions. What are emotions? Emotions and feelings are just indicators of where you're going mentally. When you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling by yourself, that's because you feel or in a position of where you don't see how you're the same as everybody else. Six of Cups, that's the sauce. You gotta understand, we all are by ourselves. We all came into this world. Well, I came to this world with a person. I'm a twin, you know, actual twin. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna die by myself, just like my twin's gonna die by herself. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all come from the same starting gate. We all get to a fork in the road to where we're gonna have to see what makes us different and everybody else the same. You don't want to be the same like everybody else. We are the same, but you don't want to be the same. You want to be more than what you are. You learn that with the Seven of Cups. That's being all that in a bag of chips. Six of Cups is being all that. Cool being all that, but you got to be all that in a bag of chips. Because with this bag of chips, you can enterprise these bag of chips. Thus, Eight of Cups, which is the pay the bell card. It's just keeping your integrity clean and enterprising, which a lot of people ain't on. Like I say, that's why it's more people working for systems than people running their own systems. It's more workers than bosses out here. It's more karmics than divines. If ever you feel lonely, all you got to do is just go through your cup process from that 5 of cups and everything will make sense. How can you be lonely when you were in the same boat as everybody else? Like, how can you feel like you're the only one like yourself when it's a world full of the same people? Once you figure out we're all the same, you'll see the commonality between all of us humans. Then it'll be up to you to take it a step further than that. You can just accept you're a human being like everybody else. You can just accept that we're all peas in a pod, that we're all have the same faith, that we all whatever. You can put us all in the same box if you like, but like I said, it's gonna be people that's gonna be more than their name, more than just what they do, more than what they are. And it's this more shit you're gonna have to get in tune with. More. Like I said, in order to have more, you gotta be exposed to what more even is. If you weren't exposed to more, then you're not gonna want it or have it. Or maybe you've been exposed to more, had a lot more, but felt that that was the downfall of your life or the downfall of your reign or something like that. That's a crock of shit. Like, no. You coming directly into the situation, we got grooming. It's just a matter of grooming. Knight of Pentacles, that's being in a position to groom somebody or help somebody, or be in a position to get groomed yourself or helped yourself. More smoke on this grooming card that deals with you personally, masculine. We got the King of Swords. That's God, the source. You know, master manifester. Without God, none of this is possible. You're getting groomed by the best. Who was the best? The man upstairs. Best grooming you can get is divine grooming, whether from God himself, from your divine feminine counterpart, who's divine, who's got a lot of God in her, you know, or this is being somebody who you look up to, somebody that's a mentor to you, somebody you look high up to. But remember, this grooming is a two-way street. It's like you're getting groomed by the best, but you are also in a position to groom people in the best way also. A good leader can become a student. A good leader can follow. You know what I mean? Being a leader ain't all just about leading. Being a leader is all about following too. Letting people who got more expertise than you or more insight than you kind of take the reins here. You know, only an idiot leader would think that, you know, that they don't need no help, that they don't need instruction, that they don't need nobody telling them what to do. Like they're gonna be at the tippity top and everybody else is gonna be below them, and that's it and that's all. Like, not. Grooming is a two-way street, especially when you're getting groomed by God. The grooming God gonna give you is the best grooming that you need, and it also makes you optimal to be the best person to groom somebody else in the way you're getting groomed. As far as the feminine world, masculine, you and your karma to the feminine, you got the 8 of Wands. This is communication. Once again, communication is 80% nonverbal, and communication got a lot to do with venting. Venting is expressing yourself. You know, why is this 8 of Wands even here in the feminine row? Got the King of Cups. When it comes to your words and your actions, like I say, all that's gonna matter is what you're doing. Wands, that's things you're doing, things you've done, not things you finna do because you ain't did it yet. It's got a lot to do with your actions and behavior. King of Cups, highest form of emotion you can be on. It's the emotion to say fuck it to anything and everything that ain't about the K for kingdom. Now, I told you, going into 221, it's going to be your words and your actions. That's going to mean more than anything going to the future. That's going to mean more than anything you have, or anything. It don't matter what you have. Any pinnacle you might possess in your arsenal. It don't matter how you feel. The cups part of shit, that don't mean nothing going into the future. All that's going to matter is like I said, your 8 of Wands, your actions, your behavior, shit you doing, shit you've done, not shit you finna do because you ain't did it yet. Like, if your words and your actions ain't one, if they ain't aligned, if they ain't one accord, then like I say, it don't matter what you can bring to the table. It don't matter how much bread you got. It don't matter how much of a help you feel you can be. If your words and your actions don't match up, then you're worth nothing. In the scheme of things, you're worth nothing. Like, if motherfuckers can't even trust what you say, then what are actions from you? Like I say, communication is 80% nonverbal, 20%. You can talk all day about what you can do, what you're doing, this, that, and the third, but it's them actions that's going to rule. Some actions that's going to dictate a lot more than what you think your words going to get. You know how it is when people lie so much you don't believe a word they say. When people BS so much you don't even take them seriously. That's what happens when your actions and your words ain't aligned. Now, if your actions and your words is aligned, then what you say matters. Then what you have matters. Then what you're doing matters. How you feel, that might be taken into consideration. But if you ain't got your word or your actions, it don't mean anything. You don't mean anything. And that's something you're starting to get a bird's eye view on. So, I'm asking you directly in regards to the feminine energy. We got the 7 of Pentacles. This is the Re card, R-E-R-E. You're going to have to register something, recognize something, realign something, reconnect something, reevaluate something, reorganize something, reunite with something, relocate somewhere, remove someone from your life, reverse, rehash, relay. Whatever it is R-E-R-E. You're going to have to do about 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? This is in regards to the feminine energy. The reason why you're going to have to reread in your feminine energy is so you can really register, R-E register the victories, wins, and celebrations you have in your life in regards to your feminine. So like I say, you either winning with the feminines in your life or you losing against the feminines in your life. It ain't no competition with the feminines in your life. You should never compete with your feminine. Because 9 times out of 10, you a man, men that compete with women, like, ugh. Like, you've never heard me compete with any of the women out here. I say my pieces about niggas and shit. But when it comes to women, you ain't never heard D.Boom compete with no feminine out here, like no woman out here. That ain't manly to compete against a woman. Because any nigga that feel he can compete against a woman, he'll do more than just compete with her. He'll feel entitled to a lot more. And like I say, men don't compete with women, just like men don't fight with women. Men don't argue with women. Don't no man going back and forth with no female. Like, nah. Like, I'm quick with my jabs. I'm quick with, like, you say some slick shit, I'll say some shit back. But I ain't finna go back and forth with you. Because it don't have to get down to that. Like, I shouldn't have to scream at you for you to get shit. Now, some women want to be screamed at. Some women want to be a lot of shit. Hit a few things. Oh, we actually get hit now? Some of y'all, yeah. I don't hit women, I never have. But I've seen a lot of abusive relationships, man. And like I say, some people go backwards. Some people want to do the same shit. It's a lot of shit I don't understand. It ain't really my place to try to figure out. You know what I mean? But I see behavior. One thing I can read and can study real well is behavior. And the behavior that I see and the cycles that I see with people in abusive relationships is crazy. It don't make sense to me. I was having a conversation with my mom about that shit. I ain't no woman, though. Like, I don't get why women have relationships with niggas who locked up, knowing damn well they ain't gonna go nowhere. Like, what is that about? Just trying to be there for the nigga? Like, I don't understand. I know women that hold jail niggas down. Met him as a pen pal. Dealing with him as a pen pal, waiting on him to get out. Like, you know what I mean? To me, that's just, it don't make sense. It shouldn't. But at the end of the day, I ain't here to pass judgment on shit. I am here to just drill one fact up. And what that fact is like I say, the wins, victories, and celebrations you got I guess. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So the reread, it's like you're gonna have to reanalyze your wins, your victories when it comes to your feminine. A lot of y'all masculines feeling y'all are victorious because y'all got one over on y'all feminine, or y'all finally put y'all feminine in y'all place and where I don't know how to explain it. It's like what I feel my masculine does with me. You know, one thing he's done since the beginning of this demo to now, he's definitely cut the momentum away from this shit. The bridges that were here for us to build off of and springboard on, he cut them too. This situation, this demo I got with my master is exactly how he wants it. Not how I want this shit to go. If I had it my way, we'll both be on the same channel. We'll both be in business together doing a lot of shit. I had a script. I had a plan. I had a few things in line for this. I'm asking her, he's just, like I say, blows up the ship. He just blows up the bridge. Like, fuck a connection. Like, he'll just rather have whatever he needs for his little peace of mind over this demo. He doesn't understand what comes with this shit. He doesn't understand. If he did, I think he'll be moving differently. Even if he does understand, you know, the fact that he doesn't want to move in the manner that we should move is because it's his only control. It's like a cousin you at a house with. Y'all playing the PS5. You beating his ass on the game. He don't want to play you no more. You're like, well, I've been winning. So winner takes the controller. I'm going to play until I lose. He just unplugs the game to where you can't even play it. That happened to me a few times. But what I'm not going to do is allow that to affect me. I just see it for what it is. Okay, damn. You pull the like this. You playing a power trip right now. Because I'm winning, you don't want me to play your game system. Then you unplugged it so nobody plays it because it's yours. It's like, wow. Some other kid might get mad and frustrated that they can't play the game that's his game no more. Me, I'm going to just be an asshole. Well, if we're not playing no game, well, let's just play dozens then. I'm going to just talk about you like a dog. Shit, we need some fun here. Can't play your game, so shit, you know what I'm saying? I can play another game and still be happy and still make, like I said, have the same amount of fun I was playing that game doing other shit with you. You know, just because you unplug the game don't mean I'm gonna stop having fun. That's the difference between, like I said, you twins that's all fucked up. These little long ass comments that I'll be getting, all this drama, these long drawn out messages about your twin. You think about that shit. You got long drawn ass messages about your twin. I'm sure these long drawn ass messages, you don't even send them. You'll send me that shit, but you won't send it to your own twin. You'll bitch at me about how this twin shit is unfair, but you won't tell your twin this. You know. It's all about perspectives. Point of the matter is, like I say, it's all about the wins, victories, and celebrations you get. I know niggas are celebrating life Monday through Friday. Like the money that they put into the liquor, the money that they put into their party packs and shit. The money that goes into luxury. It's a daily thing, as of ours to just celebrating when it's time to celebrate. Or having a drink when it calls for it, or having a smoke when it calls for it. Like I said, you know, a lot of people want shit now. A lot of people want shit they way, or a lot of people been spoiled and had shit that they way for so long that they don't even feel right not being in control of shit, or not having their hands in a pot, or not having control over situations. Like, there's two different people in the world. There's people that got everything they want in life, and then they got to deal with life not being able to get it how they had it before. Then you got people who ain't never had no say so in their life, only to come up in life and be able to control their life from a better process or prospectus. Excuse me. I'm all over the place. I ain't had no food or no freaking coffee. Excuse me. Busy. So, as far as your own energy, masculine, you and your karma to yourself, we got the Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior. This is being overburdened, overbearing, just feeling like you had enough. Why are you feeling like this? And what have you really had enough of? Truth. I mean, that makes sense. Truth. Masculines, y'all can dish out the truth, but y'all can't take the truth, especially when it deals with you. The whole overburden shit comes from basically having the truth spat at you 24 hours a day. Number one turn off I can say my channel gives, I would say the general public, is their daily dose of truth. Some people would rather get a daily dose of triggers, daily dose of karma, a daily dose of bullshit than take a healthy dose of truth. Motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth. Motherfuckers don't want to hear how they fucking up, how they not on their job, how the way that they going about it is catastrophic. Nah, people want to hear about how faults are okay, how mistakes are cool, how not trying is okay, how not even dealing with it is cool, how giving up is okay and necessary, and being weak is fine, and all that fuck shit. Like, that's not the truth. It's not the truth. Truth is, if you weak, you ain't strong. If you weak, you're gonna get ate. You're gonna fall into somebody else's program. If you can't even read the signs, synchronicities and shit, this collective, you're just gonna fall trapped to it. Like, I'm not finna sit here and, like I say, accept non-truth. Like, I'm a non-fiction type nigga. Some people gotta have fictions. People gotta have fantasy. Some people gotta have pictures in their books. Some people gotta have it easy. Some people will rather have it easy. But you know what I mean? Like I say, it's about a challenge, man. It's about a challenge. It's about getting outside your comfort zone. It's about accepting the truth. Seven of Swords. That's somebody keeping it 100 with you, you keeping it 100 with yourself, or you keeping it 100 with somebody. This is a Decepticon. You seeing how you're the weak link, or you're the Decepticon, or how somebody else is a weak link, or how they're the Decepticon. This is wearing masks. You got so many masks on, you forgot which mask you wearing for the day. You know what I mean? You so busy on appeasing the people's emotions and playing on people's agendas that you forgot about your own agenda. You don't even know how to feel no more. You don't know what's real or what's not anymore. Spending a lot of time in this make-believe world, this fantasy world where you can be different people at one time. Like, no. You don't fake fuck with people, you fuck with them. You don't fake fuck with people, you fuck with them. Anytime you find yourself in a position where you fake fucking with people, you got a fake smile, a fake laugh, a fake mate, you got a fake profile out here, you just faking it. Anytime you catch yourself faking a lot, get real with yourself. You're not overburdening yourself, hitting yourself with a daily dose of reality every now and then. Like, no, you can never have enough. You can never have enough of truth. I'm telling you right now, it's a huge disconnect in the world. People giving up and being told it's okay to do that. You don't give up. You keep going. I told you, it's people who got less than what you have. Physically, mentally, spiritually, that's doing twice as much work as you. I'm telling you, it's a person with no legs doing more than what you're doing with two. It's a person with half a brain doing more than what you're doing with the whole one. It's a person who by themselves in the middle of nowhere with nothing making more happen than you with all these people around you and all this fucking support you get. It's always somebody working harder than you. It's always somebody doing better than you. It's always somebody grinding when you're not. So to give up, like I said, that's just going all the way outside purpose here. That's going all the way outside of what really needs to register here. The point is, don't give up, because there's people who can that won't. We're not saying give up because it's a club for everybody to give up and it's cool to give up and failure is okay. Like, no, it ain't never been okay. We ain't finna start that shit. I have no pity for people who are just feeling so overbearing with truth that they don't want to face the music anymore. That they don't want to hear no more truth. That they don't want to hear no more truth. Like, fuck out of here. It's a lot of people who don't want to hear truth, who rather have it sugarcoated, who rather be told a lie than a real thing. You don't live in reality. People who don't live in reality, to me, like I say, you just like an agent to me. You could be dangerous. Person who ain't in tune with reality is dangerous. Dangerous. That's the best word to describe it. Dangerous. Moving on. Masculine. You in regards to yourself personally. We got the King of Pentacles. This is karmic masculine or owner. It's time for you to take some ownership in something in particular. What is that? Taking ownership. You gotta take it ownership in the life that you got lined up. It's things you got lined up in your life, and you're gonna have to take ownership of it. What I mean by taking ownership of it is you line your life up for a motherfucking reason. King of Wands, Divine Masculine, you lined your life up for a reason, a particular reason. What is the Nine of Pentacles? That's an A. It's 90%. This is lining your life up to fit a person, place, or thing in this with you. Ten of Pentacles is two pentacles in here with four pentacles sealing the deal. Usually when Ten of Pentacles happen, that's two twins fusing. That's two people coming together like butt cheeks. That's you manifesting something that you wanted to manifest. I'm saying all this shit repetitively to speak a pretty good point. Masculine, you know what you want to do. This whole lining your life up, you did this shit. You purposely and personally lined your life up for a reason. It's time for you to take ownership in whatever this is. It shouldn't take for you to get it, then for you to take ownership of it. The way you got this lined up, you owning up to it already. When it comes to yourself, your personal actions, do this is you, the King of Wands, do your personal actions. You lined your life up to take ownership of something. You lined your life up to man up on something. You lined your life up to become the king of something. Whatever this is, got a lot to do with position. There's two kings here. And the nine, this is good ass energies. It's the energy you need to be on. Not the energy you've been on. So, going to the future final row. Masculine. And your karma going to the future, you got the Four of Swords. This is an idle mind. It's a devil's workshop. This is too much rest and relaxation. Too much time on your hands. You know. It's good to be in your head, but don't be in your head too long. If you're in your head too long, then you ain't doing no wands. What are wands? Actions, behavior, shit you doing, shit you done, not shit you finna do because you ain't did it yet. More smoke on this Four of Swords. We got the Ten of Cups, which is happiness or emotional contentment. It's like the rest that you're getting right now, you're emotionally content with it. You know, the feeling that you have being in your head right now and not being in the world or not stressing or not having worry or fret going on is kind of blissful. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to get out your head. Five of Swords, that's focus. It's something you're going to have to focus on. All you focused on is this break you taking. Is this time you got to yourself. Is this vacation that's coming up or that you currently in right now. There's so much shit going on around your life. The fact that you can press pause. It's some shit you absolutely loving right now. But the thing is, you're gonna have to come back to life, come back to reality. Thing is, you're gonna have to get off this rest and relaxation shit eventually. With energy like this, you're gonna want to stay in your head longer than you expected. With energy like this, you're gonna want to stay an extra day or two on vacation, so you're not really running back to the ills of life. Life ain't ill; it's just how you make it. Like to some people, life is great. To some people, life ain't shit. To some people, it's manageable. To some people, it's unbearable. We all live in the same life. We all got the same shit to deal with. We all come from the same starting gate. It's like a person who don't want to get out of bed. You got people that wake up early, rise and shine, and seize the day, and then you got people who stay in bed as long as fucking possible. And when they ready to get up and seize the day, they get up and do it in a moderate way. Like, no. Gotta hustle like it ain't no tomorrow. You gotta grind like it ain't no tomorrow. You gotta love people and do shit as if you ain't got no guaranteed slot here, or like you're happy not doing shit, which is cool for a second, but that's not no mentality or ideology you want to adopt going into the future, especially into next year. Usually when you hold on to your leisure time or stay in the bed as long as possible, is because it's something on your plate you don't want to do yet. Something on that big ass list of objectives you got to do that's been hard to cross off. That's why you do the hard things on your list first. So in case you getting the energy like this, which still ain't, you know, being in a rest and relaxation energy is only good for a vacation. It's only good for the break you got. You know what I mean? Anytime outside of that, it's gonna be a problem. So it's like, start waking up early, even if you ain't got nowhere to be. Start organizing shit. Cross them big things off your list. It's like you did all the small things off your list. You ain't even attempted the big things. It's gonna take twice as more time to cross the big things off your list than these day-to-day small things that you scratching off your list and celebrating as if you're really doing something. Like, nah. You got bigger fish to fry. You got bigger objectives to attend to. All this little stuff, it's Ten of Swords. This is you consciously going to the future. This is a permanent end. Death or a permanent ending. It's a lot of shit that's going to be a wrap. It's a lot of things you're doing that you ain't going to do no more, that you really can't afford to do no more, that you really ain't got the luxury to do no more. You know that by continuing to do them, it's only going to put you where you always been at in life. Trying to make it. Barely making it. Barely in tune. Barely scratching the surface on shit. Like, so death or permanent ending. You know what I'm saying? That's going to really paint a huge picture for you. And the way that you end these things that needs to get ended in your life is through the bridge you built to keep them in there. It's a few bridges you're going to have to blow. What's a bridge? It's you and somebody else doing something. This is a place you want to get to in life. It's just you doing whatever you got to do to get to this place in life, to get this certification, to get the approval, to get that clearance. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, this whole you and this person doing shit, that shit needs to stop. It's friendships, relationships, associates that you have that you need to just put the permanent into. Because these bridges don't mean nothing. These people don't mean nothing that you're building these bridges with. It's certain bridges and certain people that you have to really let go of. They can't be around in your life. They can't benefit from you no more. They cannot benefit from you no more. Final card in this message here. Two of Pentacles. Like I say, it's a lot of bridges you're gonna have to put a permanent end to. And once these bridges are gone, you're gonna be left with what you left with. What's left is real. Two of Pentacles. There's somebody in your space or in your face. Shakedown. By destroying these bridges, you're gonna destroy the people who were on these bridges the whole time. So by deleting these friendships, by deleting these whatever these relationships are, like I say, a friendship, that's a relationship. A relationship is a relationship. A business partner is a relationship. You know what I mean? You in a school project with your friends, that's a temporary relationship right there. You know what I mean? But like I say, when you in relationships, when you choose to not sabotage these bridges, And you're really not blowing a bridge. It's just, like I say, eliminating something that should have been eliminated. It's a lot of friendships that should have been over with. It's a lot of associates you should have stopped fucking with. It's a lot of family members you should have been cut that bridge to. But like I say, you're gonna know which ones, and you're gonna know when to do it, and it's gonna be evident, and you're gonna have to do it. Because if you don't sever these bridges, if you don't sever these bridges, then they're gonna come back to haunt you, or these bridges are gonna blow up right when you're on them. It's just some people that don't need to be in your life no more. It's just some relationships you don't need to be having right now. It's just some things you don't need to be building at this present moment. Because all these things have been thus far as distractions and just things that's just been in the way. So that's the message that I got. Hope I can be a good use. Finna do the feminist karma situation in just a sec. Deuces.